Hello, welcome to It's Your Life, Own It. My name is Marissa Bludorn. I am your host. Forgive me, I am in a very relaxed state moving into 2024. I'm so excited to be here to start off the year. My team is taking a break. They're doing the things that they need to do to start their year off right. We will be coming together in our next segment next week. Full house. But I like to start the year off right. And this platform, it's your life, own it. It's really focusing on self-awareness. When we talk about the new year and we talk about setting goals and what are they new year's resolutions and all that, so many years we've been talking about moving away from new year's resolutions because by the time we get into the year, no one's staying focused on what their initial goals. And so I want to speak to those individuals who, may have had struggles with, staying committed to their goals, but they really do want to. They're not just talking fluff, or what a good a good friend of mine said, smoking, blowing smoke, so to speak. And I've heard that term towards the end of 2023. A few times. And blowing smoke is basically just talking nonsense that you're really committed to what you're saying. There's no emotional value or connection to what you are talking about. You're just saying goals to be saying them. I'm not talking to those individuals. I'm talking to the individuals who may struggle because life happens. That's why this platform is called It's Your Life, Own It. It's take control as best you can, as much as you can. Evaluate the areas of your life that you can take control over and own those areas and be strategic and intentional. Those are my favorite words: strategy and intent. And I always say to folks, your why must make you high. Why? Because when your why makes you high, you're addicted to it. There's a positive addiction, and a positive addiction is setting goals that you want to achieve, setting goals that have high value, that no matter what, it forces you to show up for that particular goal. You have to really, self-awareness is taken for granted. You have to spend a lot of time with yourself to begin to, it's a whole process, detaching process that has to take place, disconnecting process that must take place in order for you to begin to get real with where you are in your life. And we call that introspective work, that self-introspective work. Where are you in life? You happy in this, where you are in life? Are you fulfilling? Do you feel fulfilled? Do you feel joyful? Do you feel a sense of peace and a sense of satisfaction of all that you accomplish? Are you satisfied with your what's next, so to speak? Do you have clarity with that? And so Own It will be focusing on Own It magazine, and its content this year will be focused. Always, we have the same focus every year. And the start off is always about your mindset. Where is your mind? If your mind is all over the place and you are stressed out, you're already starting the year off at a disadvantage. You don't want to do that. Yeah, it's the top of the year, and I know, and you see me, I'm in a t-shirt. I'm coming live to you real quick because Own It hasn't been live this year yet. And I do that, and I'm not pushed to do stuff because everybody else is doing it. I move when the Spirit of God is telling me to move, and I feel it in my spirit that it's time to move and time to do things. I regulate my stress, and that's how I can gain clarity and focus on what it is I need to get done. Clarity, one, and what's priority. Clarity, one, and what do I need to do with that priority and how I'm going to get it done step by step and task by task. And so, coming to you, if you are already overwhelmed and we're in January. How are you going to move forward through the rest of the year? You have to grab the reins. You have to pull some things in, and you have to disconnect to reconnect properly, so that you are successful. So in the month of January, we focus on the mind. What's going on in your mind? And a lot of times, if we have so much going on, and so what I've decided this year to add to Own It is to have a series of retreats. They're retreat to refresh and reset. They're simple retreats. And when you come, and they're going to be held here in the Dominican Republic, we're going to have our first one, Sweethearts Weekend, which is February 14th through the 19th. And if you're interested, then just message me and I'll give you over the information. It is a very small group because we want to be highly intentional and have a high level of influence and impact on changing your life. The focus is what matters most to you. So our focus is whatever matters most for you. It will be filled with some relaxation, meditation, yoga, spa experiences on the beach, inside, in so why am I doing that? My visits to the US, they always leave me looking at everyone like everyone is so stressed out. You are very, very stressed out. And the only reason you can't de-stress is because you're never removing yourself from the environment that's producing the stress. You have to disconnect. I'm also going to offer these retreats virtual. Some people, they don't have the time, or if you don't have your passport, you do need your passport to come to these retreats in the Dominican Republic. If you don't have your passport, you can still get the same experience of this retreat virtually. And so you'll have to reach out to me. It's a very, very small group. You could do a 3-day retreat with us. You'll still be a part of the 5-day group, but you could do a 3-day or you could do the 5-day. I recommend you just do the 5 days. Because once you get here, you're not going to want to leave. You're not going to want to leave. But we do offer it for the 3-day. These retreats will be offered throughout the year. Why? Because you need them. And they're going to be limited. There's only be max 15 people in one trip. And the reason why is we want to be able to, myself and the other subject matter experts want to be able to pour into you and not be overextended. This is an intimate time for you to focus. That could be whatever's going on in your life. So each one of you will be a part of the whole group, but you'll have your own individual purpose for being there, your own individual way of taking your notes and listening in. You'll have your own individual journey while inside the group, because some of you are going to come and you're going to think you're coming about your job. You're going to think you're coming about your relationship. You're going to think you're coming about business, about your life. Or you'll think you're coming about your life, but you're really coming about something else. So we want to make sure that it's open to you and what matters most to you during this relaxation, resetting, and refreshing, so you can reset. And so here is, I'm going to send you I'll show the promo for it inside the Own It magazine. And I will also drop it here in the comments section so that you have else for it. But that's one of the ways that we don't just talk to you here live about how it's important to de-stress. No, we're offering you services. We're offering you an environment for you to retreat from where you are and for you to be able to come to a place where you can just relax, you can reset, and you can take care of yourself and get yourself back in the right place so that you continue to do all it is that you're setting out to do, that you'll have that supporting network that's required when you set goals. You need a it takes a village. You need people around you that are like-minded. So often that, if you're a deep thinker, and you're surrounded by people who don't go that deep, they're not into all of that. It doesn't mean that you're not to be around those individuals, because we're going to be around diversified the time, whether there are family members who don't think like us, don't act like us, don't do the things that we do, or your co-workers at work, or your organizations that you participate. Everyone is not going to think exactly like you. But you can be in an environment where people want to pursue more. They want more out of life. They want more out of their careers. They want more out of their businesses. And that's what Own It provides you, that network of people that we call it the Own It family, because we're learning and growing together, and we're helping each other with our expertise, and we're helping one another through challenging experiences, life experiences. We're here to support one another. And so this year I'm particularly, as the editor in chief of Own It magazine, I'm going to speak to leaders in the following areas. And I shared this on another platform, and you can see it. It's coming up at the end of the month. I'm going to share this with you. Show Up to Rise Up. And this is with contributing Madeline, Dr. Madeline Ann Lewis. And she has this 3-day summit, virtual summit, January 25th through the 27th. And one of the things that I talk about in this is about the 11, which I add. Forbes has so make sure that you reach out to Dr. Madeline Lewis. You want to reach out to her, or go to www.showsummit.com and check it out, get registered, and be a part of that. You'll hear me talk more about this. I'm just going to run down the names. I was inspired in preparing for this to say, you know what, Marissa, you need to stay in this vein when it comes to leadership, and why it's important for us to learn how to be flexible as leaders. And when I speak about leadership, I speak it in a non-traditional sense, not the way that everyone's taught. I'm looking at leadership from the perspective of, you don't even realize you're a leader. Some of us don't even realize we're leaders because we don't have titles. We've never been given the official title as leaders, but we have been playing leadership roles, and we have been cultivating and developing leadership skills unintentionally, because we don't realize that that's the role we're in. And when I speak about leaders, I speak about individuals who are influencers. Influencers by just naturally being who they are. When folks are looking at you, they're watching you, they admire you. Oh my God, you have such great advice. Thank you so very much. Thank you for taking the time to help me out with this particular project, or helping me out, period. And so, my biggest thing, and once I learned about me being a leader, was having so many people message me and ask me for advice when I had my own business doing interior decorating. Many times I ended up giving life advice to my clients, career advice to my clients. I'm giving them advice, during those times that I'm with them in another capacity. Didn't realize that I was playing coach. Didn't realize that I was playing leader. Didn't realize it, but we are all leaders. We are leaders first of ourselves, and then of others, because there are people who are admiring us from a distance. They may never tell you how your idea or your recommendation or something that you did that they learned by just watching it really impact their life in such a profound and positive way. So I want you to be awakened to the fact that we are all leaders. We start with leading ourselves, and that's the most important thing. And if you are one of those individuals who in your family, you are the go-to person on the job, you are the go-to person in your social settings, you are the go-to person. The biggest thing that you could do as a leader, the biggest thing that you could do with those who love you and who are depending on your wisdom, your advice, your encouragement, is to take care of yourself. And so self-care, I did my research for Dr. Lewis's conference, and I looked up, and I always tend lean to Forbes, and I always lean to Harvard Business Review when it comes to leaderships. Um, and so anyway, I'm doing my research on leaderships and what do I really want to say to the people at this time. There were 11, but I added 12 and I put it at the top. And that was self-care and self-love. Leaders need to. These are the quote unquote the 11 leadership skills to build in 2024. Executives and emerging leaders. And so like I said, I put at the top of it self-care, because if you don't take care of if you don't fall in love and have fun and loosen yourself up yourself, the rest of these skills you're not going to tap into and unleash your unlimited potential. You're just going to learn them on the average level. I want you, if you want it, I want it too. If you want to tap into and unleash your unlimited, I'm going to say it again, potential, whether it's in your life, your career, or your business, you are going to have to fall in love with yourself, and you're going to have to take care of yourself, and you're going to have to learn when to take things seriously and when to chill out. So self-love and self-care help you to do that because it causes you to relax. Like I said, it's January, it's the top of the year. I'm not suited up. I'm still putting things together because this is going to be, I want more in 2024. All righty. And so the other 11 are EI, emotional intelligence. That's a part of self-care. If you don't know how to connect with your own self emotionally, you'll never know how to do, how to navigate intelligence when leading others. Adaptability. You don't have fun with yourself, you're not going to be adaptable because you're going to be so moody. You're going to be so moody and uptight. And this goes for men and women. Okay. Inclusivity, communication, creative problem solving, and mindfulness, collaboration, sharing and trust, resilience, strategic thinking, learning, openness, and it's sustainability and social responsibility. Well, for more of that, you're going to have to go and see me on Dr. Lewis's platform, January 25th through the 27th. Excuse me, I'm kind of a little tickled. You're going to have to see me in my short presentation on this. And if you want to know more, you're going to have to follow us in the Own It magazine. Just email to the Own It magazine at gmail.com if you're interested in subscribing digital magazine. You can email me there if you're interested in being featured. Do the same thing, the Own It magazine at gmail.com. If you're interested in anything that I've said to you today, email the Own It magazine at gmail.com and I will respond to you directly and get back to you. But again, Happy New Year. We are believing God for you to have more and more in 2024 and beyond. We love you so very much. Just wanted to check in, tap in, and let you know we are still here doing some things in the background. We'll see you next week live. Take care and be blessed.